there's never been a generation in the history of humanity where there was as many miracles recorded as that generation. The incredible, outrageous, mind-blowing things God did in that Moses generation to try to convince them, I am with you, and they could not get it. They could not buy into it. And they stayed in that barren desert struggling because they could not believe that God was with them. They would see in the moment a miracle and it would pass quickly. And so when Moses died and the last of that generation of Moses' age was dead, those who were left like Joshua in his younger end of the generation, those who had been wanting to cross over Jordan into the land of promise for a full generation, for 40 years, they'd been wanting to cross over. And God said to Joshua, now Moses is dead. Now I want you to take these people and you cross over this river and you take them to this place that I promised. And he said, I'm going to bless you wherever you set your feet, whatever you put your hands to. He said, I'm going to make you successful everywhere you go. Joshua, do you believe that? That I am with you. I am with you to make you successful in life. I am with you to bless whatever you put your hands on. The Moses generation did not buy into that. They couldn't believe it. Can you believe that, Joshua? And so Joshua and that generation, they crossed over the Jordan River, and they crossed into a land flowing with milk and honey, but it was also flowing with all kinds of enemies. And there were giants in the land, and I don't care. But Joshua and that generation believed that God was with them. And they went and they took the land. It would be many generations later that God would say, you people, you're not getting it. You don't understand who I am. You don't understand my love. You don't understand my plans for your life. And so he sent his son, Jesus. And when one of the angels began to prophesy about his coming, one of the greatest prophecies would be that he would be called Emmanuel, God with us. Because the Jews struggled. They believed in God. Nobody believed in God more than the Jews. But to believe that God was with them was a struggle. They believed God was out there somewhere. They believed God was mad a lot, that God was hard to please, that he was angry. They didn't know him. They could not grab the concept, knowing that they were failures, knowing they were sinners, knowing they were far from perfect. They struggled believing God would still want to be with them. God with them. Jesus, finishing his 3 years of ministry, he set his disciples down and all those that could hear, and he said, I want you to know in this world there's going to be troubles, but I've overcome the world. And he told them, he said, I want you to understand something. I'm never going to leave you or forsake you. And then he went and died, and it looked like he left. And he was trying to explain to them, look, don't be moved by the natural, what you see and what you don't see. I am never going to leave you. I am always going to be with you. And so now we take the Word of God and we see the adventure, the journey of someone who would say, I want to be a follower of Christ. I want to be a Christian. I want to give my life to God. And we see that that life is not just filled with roses and cotton candy, as we say. That roses is filled with all kinds of learning curves, and it's filled with all kinds of tests and all kinds of things that we call like the furnace and the threshing floor and the pruning times, all kinds of times that God is making us grow and making us grow. And we find ourselves now as followers of Christ, people that are called Christians, still facing the same challenge. Do we believe that God is with us? When we're in that place of refining, the refiner's fire shows up in our life, we don't know what's going on. It's just like we know we're in the fire. Do we believe the fourth man is in the fire with us, that he's with us? Whatever we're going through. We talked a couple weeks ago again about the storm that kicked up as Jesus was in the boat with the disciples, and he's laying there peacefully at sleep, and the disciples are freaking out saying, we're about to die here. Completely, seemingly somehow ignorant to the fact that God was in the boat with them. When we're in the storms of life, do we continue to believe that God is with me?